Alright, I found this. Anyway. Something very interesting came up. The blog spot I did in one of my videos that said was missing. There was nothing there. I clicked on this, and as you can see, I believe this is still James Renner is still blogging stuff. For those that don't know James Renner, he's supposedly a bad author that is into deep cases of missing persons, probably knows a little bit more than what people think and what he wants people to think. I know he's not a very popular and likable person, but this is, as you can see, August 10th, 2019. This is the second half of the page. And James Renner is still at 8:20 a.m. And this goes on to say, woman claims Maura Murray was seen with the cult members in 2004. I think I remember something was said in an article that I had read. Of course, then again, many articles get mixed up or false stories or something. But for whatever reason, this is brought up again. It is very strange. So this is a group throughout New Hampshire, religious community, a hippie movement in the early 70s who aimed is to recreate Christian church of the first century. Yeah, the first century was... Yeah, that's a little bit out of outnumbered little tappy-wappy in the heady-weddy. An effort to get back to the basics of Jesus' teaching. However, 12 tribes, communities across the country have gotten in some trouble over child abuse and child labor. So, I mean, here's a picture of, I don't know if this is the New Hampshire tribe or whatever they want to call themselves, religious group. I don't know why they're calling themselves tribes. They're not Native Americans. Here's some emails I received from the witness this week. So, if this is James Renner reposting something he got in 2004... Now, one thing is certain, that Maura was wearing a white coat. But you see it in the surveillance video of the still frame pictures. When I saw her for 3 days following her accident, that's why I asked if she had one. I had sent an email to her boyfriend, and he wrote back saying, not a clue. No more, no less. Maura was alive, unhurt after her accident. She walked past the store I worked in every day for 3 days. Until the day she was leaving, her new friends came into the store with her, and I met her. I will never forget her. Dimples, never. They even gave her a new name. Translated, it meant to be free. She smiled. She is clearly a runaway. Her friends that helped her were told never to speak of the incident again. I will tell you that Maura met these friends right there in Amherst. So I guess this religious cult, is what I'll call them, goes to colleges and campuses. As you can see, I am sure it was their festival that is held each year in the Common, but for at least 2 years had been held elsewhere on the university grounds, because it got too big for their town common. These people go to all the universities and some of the bigger malls, even though they don't recruit. They're always there to help those that need some. The name of the group, as you call them, are members of the 12 tribes. They are all over the country, and if you give them trouble, they can make trouble for you. As I suspect they did with sending members of the family to some unknown location in the middle of the woods on some foolish mountain. I forward this to family and police. I'm inclined to think this could be a look-alike, but this woman is adamant the person she saw was Maura Murray. I should note that this woman said she reported this sighting years ago to the police, family, and Bill Roche. Alrighty then, hang on a moment. Little interruption. This could be a look-alike. So here we go with uncertainty. Adamant the person she saw was Maura Murray. Could have been a look-alike though. So, that being said, here we go. You cannot assume that you saw anybody. You gotta be 100% positive. And what you need to look up, or anybody needs to look up, I'll look up. But if anybody else is gonna look up, would be the simple fact that if there was any kind of report made that they went to this 12-tribe cult and looked at all the people they have in their tribe, or whatever they want to call them. I'm going to still call them a goddamn cult. And a family to some unknown located in the middle of the woods. So here we go with people trying to think that they live in the 1st century, which means they do not use housing. They use the woods and nature. Meaning they could have friggin' little clubhouses made out of trees and timber and, bark and all kinds of crazy stuff. But like I say, here we are back with, the inclined to think that this could have been a look-alike. This person is adamant, though, that it was her. But, like I said, where's the investigation that has said that the cops went to these 12 cults, that's right, and asked them to look at their people within, and, if she's there, and this was said years ago, why haven't they gone and checked these cults? Why? And, for the fact that there's a missing person, they should be able to have and be given a goddamn warrant and check their friggin' tribe or whatever they want to call it and get on in there and search the people. And if they're talking about old child abuse, child labor, okay, we can just imagine what these people really do. And it does lead me to believe that, just because they're the hand of God or being and related to the hand of Jesus doesn't make them innocent. As I'll tell you something, you look up on Jehovah Witnesses, and back in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, Jehovah Witnesses were prone to beating their children too. Child abuse. Taj Narbonne, his mother, his stepfather, were both Jehovah Witnesses, and they both did something to that kid, and he's never been found. I have a good belief where he is, but like I say, I wanted my interview with Clarence Dean, but that man is out of jail and walking among us, if he hasn't already died. But that's right. To me, some religious groups, I respect anybody who whatever they want to do. That's their business. You want to pray to God, you want to pray to Jesus, you want him to forgive you for your sins. I respect it that you're doing. That's all right. But when you have allegations of child abuse, and hey, it's out there on TV every day, I'm sorry, folks, Catholic priests raping children, then that turns the knob on the radio a little bit up. And what do people don't like when people turn up that noise pollution rock and roll? They start to get very itchy. But you know what? When I see stuff like this of child abuse, child rape, I'm going to turn that knob up on the radio very loud. I'm going to blow your eardrums out and you're going to like it. I don't like child molesters and I don't like child abusers. And if Maura Murray could be in this cult, then why hasn't it been properly checked with a warrant? So, once again, date 2019. Here's some emails he's received. And there it is. And still, where is Maura Murray? And this was supposed to be done years ago. So this guy is just bringing up old news. And it's ridiculous. This guy is probably really losing his touch right here, this guy. What is it? Why ain't this being properly checked, James? If you're such a great author, why don't you pull some strings? Why don't you go up there and do your own little investigation? Maybe you can say you want to join a cult. I'd go up there, but they probably think I'm some fucking devil worshiper, so I can't, as much as I want to get in, but it's my Native American blood, so don't mind the looks. Don't judge a book by its cover, but this guy, if you wanted to reclaim his name, and people stop badmouthing him, why don't he get up there and do a little bit of private investigation himself? Get up there, James. Say you want to join that cult. Get in there and see if you can find Maura Murray. Instead of writing boring blogs. Stuff that's already been out there. Stuff that, why don't you cover the top story of what the damn boss wants. I want that story and I want that thing ripped right out of the hands of the other people. And I want it on my desk by tomorrow morning of a great story. Just like that guy that rode around with the Hells Angels and even got his ass beat just to get a book out. That's what should be done here. Me, I wouldn't be able to do that stuff because my personality wouldn't allow me. I'd just walk up in the place, look around, and they'd probably start asking me, what the hell am I doing? I'm looking for some answers. That's what I'd do. I'd push my way through the door. If you get someone like this guy, but with a bad name, then why don't you get up there and do some investigating? Maybe you can clear your name and make yourself look good. Because a lot of people I've been hearing about giving you a bad reputation. But and then you're giving this stuff that's old news. What was that? Right? When the hell? 2004 cult members. Yeah, it says cult members, that's right. But they call themselves churchgoers, 12 tribes. You know what? Stop insulting Native American tribes. Tribes is only used in one word, strong togetherness. And that's Native Americans. And whatever other people want to bond together, not your fake crap. It's all fake. Living in the first century. And people call me friggin' crazy. Oh, shit. Anyways, I just wanted to go over the old news. Once again, though, like I say, there's Mr. James Renner still to this day putting out his 2 cents. And if this is true, why hasn't it been investigated yet? Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware. You don't know who's out there, just like these freaks. Look at this. I'm gonna fake page you with this Bible in his hand. I want to say they look like, to tell you the truth, they remind me of witches from Salem. Oh, man. What a world we live in, huh? What a world we live in. Out.